join me today. Today we're going to make a gluten-free donut muffin. It's nothing like a donut, and if you close your eyes and eat it, it tastes just like a donut. So we're going to start. It's very easy. So let's bake this little thing today and see how you're going to enjoy it. First I'm going to take the sugar and I'm going to pour it in the bowl. It's just white sugar. And I'm going to add an egg to this. I'm going to beat the egg a little bit. Fold that in. There. Take my trusty wooden spoon and I'm going to mix that around into the sugar. It's just one egg and it'll all become sunny yellow and be a happy color for us. And I'm going to pour the oil in. It's a quarter of a cup of that and it's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll put that in there. If you want to know the exact quantities, check the video description below and it'll give you the amounts that are necessary to make this recipe. And I think if you make this recipe once, you'll make it many times. It's one of our favorites. It's fairly simple, but it tastes exceptionally nice. Okay, and then I'm going to put the milk in there. And that's 3/4 of a cup as well. Stir that around. It's going to be a bit sloppy at this point, so be careful when you're mixing that you use a large enough bowl or you'll have it slopped all over your kitchen. Like I've said before, if you have a toaster oven, you can make 6 of these at a time. You don't have to put 12, and if you have a regular oven, you can just put the 12 muffins out. There we are. Now we've got that liquid all mixed together. I'm going to set this off to one side. I'm going to bring the flour over. I'm going to add my nutmeg, which I have fresh nutmeg there. I have salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And I put that in there. And then I'm going to sift it all together. I'm going to set my sifter down and I'm going to incorporate the wet and the dry together. So I'm just going to pour that flour mixture and spices in there. And then when we get this all mixed up, we just put it in our muffin tins. I usually use a paper liner, but you don't have to. You can grease your muffin tin if you prefer. If you have any recipes that you'd like me to try for you as a gluten-free item, just send me a comment and I'll try my best to see if I can figure out how to do it. Some recipes just don't convert well and other ones convert exceptionally well. So you need to mix this a little bit to make sure that you have most of the lumps out, but you don't want it over-mixed. That's the problem with gluten-free flour. It lumps up on you. Make sure it always has xanthan gum in it, and if it doesn't, you need to add xanthan gum to your gluten-free flour mix. And what I recommend is 3/4 of a teaspoon for every 1 cup of flour mix. But if it has the xanthan gum in it, you don't need to. There, that should be good. Now I'm going to get my muffin tins and I'm going to fill them up. Okay, and this is what your batter looks like. Now I'm just going to put it by the spoonful. And always wash your hands. I use my fingers to scrape everything off the spoon. You can use 2 spoons as well if you prefer. But again, I don't want to have to do any more dishes than necessary, so I always try to use what's at hand, that being my finger. I'm going to move this around so that I can fill the other side without making too big of a mess. And pour that in there. It's hard to judge exactly how much goes in each cup, but do the best you can. And if you prefer, you can always use an ice cream scoop. Lots of people do that and then you get the same amount in every cup. I just like to do it this way. And then every once in a while like that I hit and miss. That's alright too. Just scrape it in there. And we're just about finished. And then we'll bake these in the oven. And then we have one final step when they come out. And then you're going to have the opportunity to try these and enjoy them. And if you do try the recipe and you've liked it, I would like to hear something from you about it to see if you've found these recipes hard or easy. Or there, I'm just trying to level them up, get rid of the rest of the dough. That's going to go in the oven at 350. These have just come out of the oven. They were in the oven for 15 minutes. So you need to do this while it's hot. This is the last step. This is melted butter and regular sugar. Now if you want to add cinnamon you can, but we have someone in the house that has a cinnamon allergy, so we try not to use cinnamon in everything that we make. Sometimes we do, but we just alert the person that can't have it. So you just take a little bit of butter and you put it over the top of each one of these little muffins while they're hot. And it'll run all over your muffin tin and all down the sides. And this is about 2 tablespoons of butter melted. I just melted it in the microwave. You just put that all over the top of each one of the muffins. And now we just take our sugar, and I always make a big mess with this, and sprinkle the sugar over the top. With the gluten-free product, these muffins will be very pale in color. If you used regular flour, they'd be a little more golden brown. But gluten-free flour tends not to brown up very well. So it's always good to disguise it with some other little thing. These are our muffins. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.